Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Desert Island Movies. And joining me today, we have a very special guest, a former bronze medal winning boxer, a professional wrestler, and also a major TV star. Today we are joined by the governor himself, Anthony Ogogo. Welcome to the island, my friend. How are you?
Thank you, mate. Thanks for having me. I'm privileged to be here. I'm really happy to be here.
Good, good. It's we do actually know each other. For those who are watching, we have met several times. So yeah, it's good to see you again. Even though I believe you're on the other side of the Atlantic at the moment.
Yes, mate. I'm in Atlanta, which is weird because it's cold at the minute. We're recording this obviously in December and it's cold, but it's weird. It's 9 a.m. here. It's like -2 at the minute, but I guarantee I've had to pull the curtain because it's so sunny. I guarantee by 1 o'clock in the afternoon it's going to be 15 degrees. It's weird. They say that, and it's not very PC, but they say the weather in Atlanta is bipolar because it just changes. It just changes just like whenever it wants, right? And that's what they say. So yeah, in the morning you wear coat, scarf, woolly hat. In the afternoon it's tank top in the gym, and then the coat again at nighttime. But it's cool.
That's amazing. As you can see, I'm sitting on a lovely warm desert. No, I'm not sitting on a desert. There's actually hurricane warnings in the UK at the moment.
Oh,
So they've actually done a red weather warning, which is almost unheard of. So yeah, it's not too dissimilar, but it just won't warm up over here, as you know. So anyway,
yeah.
so here we are on the island. Now, for those who are regular watchers, will know the rules. Now, I will just throw the rules at you just to make sure that you're aware of them. The first rule is that you cannot choose an entire franchise as one pick. So you can't pick all of the Harry
Of
Potter
course.
movies in one go.
That's just cheating. That's just
Yeah,
cheating, of
exactly. It
course.
is just cheating. And you can't pick sequels, as in you can't go one, two, and three. You can pick one of them. All right. So providing they're basically the rules, I don't really have many rules. And whatever. Let's just see where we go. So let's kick straight into it and tell us what is your first choice that you would take me to the island?
So number one, so my first choice. So this is a toss up. I'm actually quite decisive in real life, but this is the one thing I'm actually indecisive about. And my two favorite films. I'll pick one. My two favorite films. They chop and change from each one I watch. The most recent one I watched is my favorite, and then I watched the other one, and that's my favorite. So the most recent one I watched is Man on Fire, Denzel
Oh
Washington.
wow, yes, Denzel. Good,
Yeah,
good choice. Good choice.
yeah.
He's about to paint his masterpiece.
And do you know what I love about that film? I love that because most films, we've seen it a million times in Hollywood, we'll see it again till the day we die. Man sees woman, falls in love, up, down, twists and turns, adversity. They get together, they don't, whatever. I know you got Rose and Jack and Titanic, you got any like Ross and Rachel and Friends. But what I love about Man on Fire, it's for love. It's the platonic love between a man who's probably late 40s, early 50s, and an alcoholic, former special forces soldier, and a beautiful little girl who's just, you know, who wants love and attention, and he sees a mentor in Creasy, right? And it's just different. It's again, it's a movie about love, but very different love to what we were accustomed to seeing on TV on the big screen. So yeah, Man on Fire, 100%.
So does this particularly ring true to you at the moment, being that you're a new father?
Do you know what? Good question. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. No, um, maybe if I watch it again now, it'll be cemented as my favorite. Maybe.
And
But
so
yeah,
it's probably going to
it's
reverberate a bit more now.
yeah, probably hit home more. And obviously, I don't want to spoil it, but the ones in the film, yeah, the dad, I think the girl's Laputa, the girl, little girl, her dad, he's not a very nice geezer in the film, and am I allowed to give away? Can I say what happens in
Yeah,
the film? Yeah,
I think a lot of people may have seen Man on Fire.
yeah.
If
It's
they
not
haven't,
like
you need to go watch it. You need to
yeah.
stop this and go watch it.
It's like I'm holding on to a secret. But yeah, basically the dad, he's skin, and he pays some bad guys to kidnap his daughter to get the insurance money, and it goes wonky. It goes wrong because obviously it's Hollywood, and I just don't know how anybody. I mean, I've been a dad for 3 months, just 3 months today. I don't know how anybody could put a child in the tiniest bit of risk, danger, because of it. So yeah, it's weird. And then yeah, like you said, if I was to watch it again, watching a man just love a girl, just in a very, like I said, very platonic, nice way. Yeah, beautiful film, amazing, wonderful.
It's got an incredible cast as well. I mean, it's
Mm,
Christopher Walken, who is always good, no matter whether he's good, bad, or
yeah.
different. Obviously Denzel. I mean, I challenge anybody to name me a bad Denzel movie or a film that he's bad in. If it's if it's a bad
Mm,
film, he's still good in it. And then Dakota Fanning, which was probably one of her first films.
yeah, yeah, and she's brilliant, and she's like such a charismatic. She's a girl. She steals the show alongside Denzel Washington and Christopher Walken. I just makes her brilliant. Just up, and again, a little girl, just so captivating, so charismatic. Yeah, brilliant, amazing.
And then of course you got Mickey Rourke,
Yeah.
and Rachel Ticotin, who at the time was doing a lot of films. Did things like Total Recall with Schwarzenegger and things like that. So and Waterworld. So yeah, a cracking movie. Is there any particular favourite scene you've got in that film?
When the geezer blows up, when the man goes on fire. That's
Clues in the title. Yeah,
yeah, that's money. For me, not particularly seeing it's the story arc from alcoholic to. I'm not gonna, if you haven't seen, I'm not gonna give it away at the end of the because it's well worth watching. But the story arc from John Creasy, Denzel's character, his arc, right, from being alcoholic, and he basically, he's a raging alcoholic, so he goes down to Mexico to take a job protecting this girl as his bodyguard, as her bodyguard, because he can't get a job in America because he's just a pathetic alcoholic, and he just grows, right, and he grows, and it's just it's a brilliant. If I haven't watched it in years, and years. That's one of those films where, like, I remember I watched it. I think I was probably bunking off school. I don't know what I was doing, but I watched it on a DVD in my bed, a little TV, little 18-inch Beko TV in my bedroom. And I had it on DVD, stuck in. And I'm half watching it. I'm a teenager, not really paying attention. And as I'm watching it more, it's grabbing me more and more. And by the end of the film, I just I've been grabbed by the collar, pulled into the front of the TV, and I'm hooked. And I wish I'd have. I think it came out in 2005, 2006, maybe 2003.
2004.
I wish I'd have been so I'd have been but older than that. I'd have been early 20s. No. I would have been. No, I would have been 2004. I'd have been 15, 14. I was a kid. Yeah, I was a kid. I thought, was I 21 years old in my mum's house? I was literally 15 years old, 14, 15, watching a DVD, and I wish I'd have watched it in the cinema because and I'm old school. I love cinema, popcorn, bag of sweets, some ice cream. I'm old school. That with the big screen and the noise and stuff would have blown me away. Would have blown me away.
I remember when I am old enough to have gone and seen this cinema. I just remember walking in, not really knowing much about it, and I was, as much into films back then as I was now. I remember just, it's Denzel. Let's just go and see it, thinking it was going to be a sort of, steady, quiet drama, and it turned out to be not that at all. And more power to it. It was, it's a great film. Great film, and everybody should go and watch it. So
Yeah? Like what?
Like meeting me. Gracie, you're smiling.
So there's your first choice. So now we need to talk about a few things today. So where should we start? I mean, well, we've kind of almost covered the fact that you're a new dad, and congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir.
But I think what we need to cover first is you've got a new app out, or newish app, your Ogogo Fitness, haven't we?
Yeah, do you know what? I think, Matt. So basically, I'm in a stage of my life, and I've heard this quote years ago, and that's a catchy little quote. And then we go through life and we grow through life, and we I think things we hear kind of strike a chord more. Like you mentioned a minute ago, if I were to watch Man on Fire now, being a father, I might be even see it differently. But Audrey Hepburn had a quote. She said she got to an age in her life when she realized she had two hands, one hand to help herself, and one hand to help others. And I love that. And my entire life sounds really selfish, but when you're an athlete, when you're a boxer, Olympics, professional, a wrestler, I mean, you've got to be selfish because it's so competitive. If you don't give your all in a sport like boxing, even wrestling to a degree, you're never going to make it. So for a long time in my life, I've been quite selfish, and I'm now in a place in my life where I do want to give back. And listen, I always preface it because I don't want to sound arrogant. I'm rubbish at a million things. I got beat by Ainsley Harriott on Strictly Come Dancing. Right, he knocked me out. I mean, I think I was robbed, but still, I got to be like. However, I'm good at a few things. I'm very good at. I'm fit. I'm strong. I'm very motivational. I'm very resilient, and all the things I'm good at, I've packaged up, and I'm giving out to the world. In the form of my fitness app, Ogogo Fitness, and I've also got a coaching course as well, which you work more with me. So basically, yeah. So coaching and fitness is something I'm really really passionate about. I like helping people. I like giving back. And as I said, I'm rubbish at a lot of things, but I know I can make people's lives better from the things I've gone through in my life. And I know how fitness has massively changed my life. And yeah, I want to help people. So with my app, the app is I guess they call it low ticket. It's very affordable. It's less than £20 a month. If you buy a year, it works out about like £11 a month per year, and what you get in the app is unbelievable. I just ran a 2-week weight loss course, and a weight loss challenge, sorry, and a guy lost £20 in 2 weeks, and that ended 2 weeks ago. He lost another £6, and he wasn't massive. He was 17 and a half stone. So he wasn't like he was, oh, well, so he's done really, really well. 7-minute workouts. He does one in the morning, he does an ab one in the afternoon. And if he works as well, he went on his first run, about 10 days into the challenge, went on his first run, he'd been on in 20 years. Because his knees were too sore, he didn't feel like he could, right? So it's about empowering a person. So 7 minute, people say, what can you do in a 7-minute workout? It can change your life. This guy's lost 20 pounds. One guy lost 19 pounds. A couple of women lost 14 pounds. I've got a guy, big wrestling fan. He was on my challenge. He messaged me saying, hey, can I do this? I said, well, of course you can. He went, I'm a bit fat. I went, his words, not mine. He said, how fat? He said, I'm 28 stone. I went, cool, that's pretty big. 170 kilos is 390 pounds if you're American. I went, mate, come in, have a go. Let's see what we can do. Because, I created the workouts, and I didn't create it with a 28 stone man in mind, but I created the levels where it's like, it's doable for most people. He has smashed it. He lost 12 pounds he does only 2 workouts a day. So he does 40 minutes a day, and he's got he's in his own words, it's changed his life. So much more energy. It's just honestly, man, you can tell I'm very passionate about it. So yeah, I'm really, 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 really proud of the app. Go to ogogofitness.com, and it's not an app store. Go to my website, ogogofitness.com, and you can download it there. And it's really, really cheap, really affordable. Pay for the year, it's like literally £10 a month, and you get so much stuff. And nutrition workout, and you get some mindset stuff as well, because we need to. In my app, we focus on our mindset as well as the body, so it's a whole holistic transformation. And then also, I've got a new coaching program. Well, it's not really that new. I work with not many people, but the people I do work with, I give them basically all of me. They get me for the 3, 6, or 12 months that they pay for. They get me and training them, instilling belief in them, and I'm really, 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 really proud of it. And you can find out more about that on my Instagram. So yeah, so I'm very much in a place in my life where, like Audrey said, 2 hands, one hand help myself, and there's still things I want to do in my life. There's still things I want to achieve in wrestling. There's still things I want to do, but I've got another hand here that I can give back and help others achieve what they want to do. And my last little thing on this, DDP, who's like my mentor, he's like my uncle, really, really close friends, Diamond Dallas Page. He's got a saying, he can have anything he wants if he helps other people get what they want. And I love that. And basically, it's be a nice person, be good, be decent to people, help people where you can. Like, if you hold your hand back and give someone a lift up, more likely than not, somebody will do the same for you. And so that's where I'm at in my life. Yes, I'm really, really enjoying that. I'm really passionate about it. I'm working really, really hard. Juggling that and the baby and wrestling and life is tricky, but I'm really enjoying the challenge, and I'm doing great. I'm helping hundreds of people around the world with the app already. So people are smashing, people are really, really enjoying it. And I'm helping tens of people with my elite coaching program. So yeah, I'm in a good place in my life right now.
That's amazing. So yeah, I mean, interesting you bring up DDP there, because obviously he's got DDP Yoga, and there are various others available out there. So what makes yours different from like DDP Yoga, or Schwarzenegger's one, or whoever?
So DDP Yoga is fantastic. Dallas is a friend, mentor of mine. He actually he's an inspiration. He had a great career, wants to give back, and he believes in what he does, and he has great conviction in it, and it really works. So my app 7-minute workouts. Like nobody's. What I love, and I'm not knocking anybody. What I love about Dallas's stuff, they're like 40 to an hour long. Right, they're long workouts. You got kind of really, you got to dial in, and not just Dallas, but other apps like you mentioned, other platforms. An hour workout. If you're not kind of accustomed, even if you are accustomed to, I work out all the time, and I'm like, oh, I know I should do my DDPY today, but it's like an hour, and it's like, well, when it's 7 minutes, you go in, you get it done, you get out, right? And it's again, I'm comparing this to Dallas, because you mentioned Dallas.
Yeah.
That's Dallas has unbelievable results. People who really messed up, bad knees, backs, hips. Mine's a bit more ballistic than that. Now, a 28 stone man can do it and can do it really, really, really well. Mine 7-minute hit workouts, higher intensity. We throw some punches. No, I don't. It's not a boxing app at all. But what we do clench our fists and we punch just thin air, punch in thin air. You need no equipment, just yourself. You don't even need a map because a lot of the workouts we do standing up, but yourself and the desire to get better. So essentially, we're spiking the heart rate first thing in the morning, and what that does, that sets your metabolic rate off. So you'll basically burn more calories throughout the day. There's meditations in the app in the mental health section. There's stretches, recovery session stretches, more yoga based stuff, more relaxing yoga based stuff. Yeah, it's holistic, I'm collaborating with Rebecca Adamson, so 2-time Olympic champion in the early year, Denise Lewis. And essentially what this is going to be a platform for other Olympians to come on and do their stuff. Because as an Olympian, so the other side of the coin, not as a consumer, but as a contributor, we train really hard for this one thing. When it finishes, it kind of finishes. And there's only so many like Denise Lewis, Jessica Ennis, they're on the sofa with Michael Johnson and Gabby Logan when it's the World Athletics Championships or the Olympic Championships. What about everybody else? What about everybody else? What are they doing? A lot of the time they go back and get regular jobs and haven't got like an outlet to kind of like show their talent and all their hard work and work ethic. So what Go Fitness will grow to become is a platform where other Olympians come on and do their own workouts. And people can come, so they're going to get everything. So yeah, so that's the difference. It's basically it's workouts delivered and performed by Olympians to inspire people to be better.
That's amazing. That really is amazing, and it's probably something I should do. I really need to do more exercise.
And that's the thing. So and everyone should. The thing about saying, people will say, "Hey, we can do in 7 minutes." Now, I ask anybody, right? You can't. Not one person on the planet can do 7 minutes press ups continuously.
Yeah.
Right, or squats, or running on the spot. People say, like, if you ran on the spot for 7 minutes non-stop for 420 seconds, you're going to burn loads of calories and your heart up really, really, really high. You need to sit down afterwards. And not just that, your heart. When I do public speaking, I always start with this, just to kind of dial no matter whatever I talk about. I'll talk about anything. I'll go in, I say, everyone, right. I said, little opening spiel. Say, everyone, right, stand up. I said, what energy level are you at? Out of 10, give me, like, I'm 4. What are you? 6. What are you? 7. I go, who wants to see some magic? And they go, yeah, me. I say, I want to stand up. Now they stand up, right? And I say, squeeze your fists really hard, as hard as you possibly can. And everyone's just squeeze. This is not grown men, grown women, everyone. It's really funny. And it sets the tone for the rest of the talk, whatever I'm talking about. Squeeze fists. Can you feel the forearms really tight? Yeah, squeeze. Right now, when you start punching in front of yourself really hard, boom, 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 they start doing it. I say, stop. So right now, what you're going to do for 10 seconds, you can run on the spot as hard as you can, knees really high, and punch at the same time for 10 seconds. If anybody doesn't do it, I'm going to stop until everybody in the room does it. So I always start, and I always stop after 3 or 4 seconds. So you're not doing it. Come on. You're letting the whole room down. Everyone's laughing, joking. Let's do it again. Boom, 10, and I count down to 10. And after that, everyone's laughing, everyone's joking. I says, right, now is your energy. 7, 9, 10. Everyone goes up at least 2 or 3 spots. And I do it to focus people's attention into what I'm now going to talk about, get their energy back up, especially if it's at like a conference, they've been talking for like hours, they want to kind of get up and move around. But also, again, what I talk about on the app, I don't want to go into too much depth now, but it's the brain, right? Our brain's job is to make us survive. That's all. The only job to make us survive. When we exercise and work out, our brain is better. Our brain wakes up. Something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, is released in the brain and makes your brain more alert. So when you do a workout in the morning, you go to work for the first 4, 5, up to 8 hours, your brain's now functioning better. You're more alert. You're more alive. Right? You're able to retain information better, recall information better, opposed to waking up, rolling out of bed, going to work. You're sleepy. So wakens you up alive, releases serotonin, which makes you feel better. Every antidepressant on the planet job is to increase serotonin, makes you feel better, right? So that's what exercise does it naturally. There's a million reasons why we should work out. But like I said, an hour workout, it's a lot, or going to the gym can be a little bit intimidating. But a 7 minute workout, when it's just yourself in your home, nobody to impress or anything, it's easy. Then what a 7 minute workout does, it goes, oh, I put my trainers on for now. Wasn't that really quick? I'll do another one and another one. So the seven, it's a gateway to doing 2, 3, 4 workouts back to back. You smashed out half an hour working out, you burn 1,000 calories, and you feel better. It's oh wow, I can do this, you know. So yeah, it's really I'm really, really, really proud of what and the elite and the elite coaching, the one-to-one stuff as well. Really, that's where I can make real good impact on people because I'm literally they're getting texts from me every single day. I'm sending them their workouts every single day, what they can eat every single day. And that's when I really got some amazing transformation. So yeah, I'm really, really proud of what I'm doing now in my spare time, as well as the wrestling.
That's amazing. So everybody, what I'll do is I'll put all the links down the bottom here.
Thank
So
you, sir.
So the link is again, it's Ogogo
It's
Fitness.
ogogofitness.com, and we head to the website when you sign up for. So on the App Store, basically it was 3 times as much to make an app for the App Store. What Apple do, Apple they take 30% of any money you make. So ultimately, you got to charge way more. And I wanted this to be affordable for people. I don't want to charge £50 a month to make any money from it because don't get me wrong, it's a business, right? I want to make money from it, but I want to help people. I could have done it £50 a month quite easily, but I want it to be cheap for people so they can afford to do it and keep doing it. So yeah, ogogofitness.com. Go to the homepage, look at press the sign up, dive in. And because I like you guys, if you type in Anthony20 in the ad code when you check out Anthony20, you get 20% discount as well. So the year, rather than being 144, goes down to like £1, 110, which is like what, £9 a month. Yeah. So yeah, I'd recommend the year and really commit to it and give it a great go, and yeah, get some great results. There
you go, everybody. So make sure you click and make that happen for yourself. So that's fantastic. So moving on, your second film, Anthony. What are we going to go with next?
This is I mean, yeah, this is quite an easy one really. So my second favorite film is I remember watching it when I was a kid. And again, I didn't bunk off school, but I was unwell. I was poorly.
And there seems to be a lot of this going on. There's a theme occurring.
And my sister Joanne, so she had a DVD. She had the at one point the only DVD player in the house in her bedroom. She had bright yellow walls, I remember. And I went in, I was in her bed. She had a big double bed. It wasn't big. She had a slightly bigger single bed than the rest of us. It wasn't a big double bed at all. I've got in bed. What she got through, and I'd have been 11, 12, like too young to watch this film. And point I'm saying is, I went, oh, that looks cool. What is open that? That's interesting front cover. And back then, obviously on the DVDs or the covers on the DVD, wasn't it? And I stuck it in. I got hit the music. Oh, it's Pulp Fiction. It's
and I was 11 years old.
Yeah, and I remember. So I was a boy when I watched that film, and I wouldn't say a man, but I was a less of a boy when I finished the film. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, well this is interesting, and I watched that, and it just really hit me. And again, I watch it probably once every year or two, and every time I watch it, it leapfrogs Man on Fire, and obviously so and vice versa. But I see different things. It's just a clever film. I see different things I like, different things I laugh at. It's just really cool. It's really quotable as well, which is really funny. It's just cool, you know.
So, have you got any? Who's your favorite character in it? I mean, everybody else seems to have their favorite. There's another film, Christopher Walken in, by the way.
Yeah. Even that scene, the scene about the watch, the scene where it's just brilliant. That's not even one of my favorite scenes, but even that scene is brilliant. I like Vince, obviously Jules, obviously the best. Even Tim Roth. He's great in a summer phone. I'm professional. Even Tim, he's fantastic, and everyone's good. And like Uma Thurman's great. It's just a really, really good film. Bruce Willis is cool. Yeah, it's just nobody really, probably Jules would be my favorite, but Samuel L. Jackson. But like nobody. It's just a really good film. Nobody really stands out. It's great storytelling. Um, I know some people don't like Tarantino putting himself in his own films, but I like it. I think I think he's cool. I like Tarantino, and I think he's a funny man to look at. Like he adds to the movie. And if I was director, I'd a million percent put myself in the movies as well. So, but yeah, Pulp
Well,
Fiction.
Hitchcock got away with it quite well, I think.
Mm,
So I don't see why not. I mean,
mm.
for me, it's still and I've said this before. My favourite scene is the bit with Marvin when they accidentally shoot me in the back of the car, and cleaning the car. It's just the funny,
It's so funny. It's
yeah,
so funny.
the bump in the
It's
road.
so funny. Yeah, it's just so funny. And then, like I said, when you watch it, new things, just
Yeah.
new things, right? It's yeah, and a great story as well. The intrigue of what's in the briefcase. What is in the briefcase? And what's in it? You know, it's like yeah, it's yeah, really cool film. Really
So
cool
have you ever
film.
had a Royale with cheese?
I I'm now I think I'm well since I've been in America I'm gluten intolerant. I'm cheese intolerant. I'm food rubber. But the weird thing, I was in Paris this year for the Olympics,
Mm,
and I was working for Team GB and for
yeah.
Eurosport for the whole summer. And I ate all the bread. I ate when they put bread out. I had so much bread in France, not a problem. I come back here, I sniff a blooming a loaf of Hovis, and I run to the bathroom. I think it must be the amount of stuff put over here, but
Must the
yeah, Pulp
chemicals.
Fiction number two or number one, however you want to look at it.
What a cracking movie! What a cracking movie! Yeah, it's just yeah, no, just and seeing that at quite a young age is actually quite shocking, especially especially the story that Ving Rhames goes through. I'm fairly certain that was quite quite eye
That's a
opening for
bad day, isn't it?
young
Bad
people.
day
Yeah,
for
don't
him.
watch this film underage. It's not suitable, people.
Yeah, I
Anthony
must
is
say,
a prime example. Well,
my
you
mum
should.
had no idea I was watching it. And it was a bit like the intrigue of the front cover.
Mm,
Um, yeah, and it's one of those ones where like I've, yeah, it's man, I'm thinking about the third one because I said to you before we started,
yeah.
at the beginning maybe like it chops and change the third one. Sorry, anyway, up back to you. So I don't know if we're moving on or not yet.
You're jumping
Okay,
ahead. You're getting
yeah,
too excitable. So
yes.
yeah, no. So Pulp Fiction, your second choice, which is a brilliant choice.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
What do they call it?
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
You got a corpse in a car, minus the head in the garage.
So I think now we best talk about your boxing and wrestling career. I think we've definitely touched on this. Obviously, as we said at the top of the show, you know, you won a bronze medal in the Olympics. I mean, that's no mean feat by itself. So I mean, do you remember that the whole emotion
Do
and
you know what? I'll be really honest with you, Olympics. It's not a place I go back to in my memories much. So what people don't, well, people do know about it, but they're always surprised to hear. My mum had a brain aneurysm just before, so my mum was in a coma for the whole Olympics. So
Mm,
June 19th, so 5 weeks before my first fight, she had a brain aneurysm from nowhere. My mum, I lived at home at the time. I'm a massive mummy's boy. She's my hero. So my whole Olympics was it was the worst time of my life. If I'm honest, if I'm honest, it took me a long time to get over not winning the gold medal because I should have won the gold medal. I was good enough to. I beat the best person there. I beat the world champion, beat the European champion, I beat everyone. And it was such a. I mean, there's a quote from Nelson Mandela. He said, "Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by the many times I fell down and got back up again."
mm,
And that really sums me up because, like, I fell down so many times on the way to the Olympics to even qualify. Injury, setbacks here, there. Two shoulder dislocations. I got back, I qualified, and then my shoulder was basically hanging off. It was really, really, really bad. And then I finally qualified, and my mum had a brain aneurysm. And I was sneaking out the Olympic village to go and see her. Felt the Olympics. It was just a dreadful time for me. So something I'm really proud of. It took me 8 years to go in to, and I did a talk. I did two talks in one day. I went to a school in Tunbridge Wells, and I spoke to some kids. And I went to House of Parliament, speak to members of Parliament. And it was basically my Olympic talk about adversity and overcoming stuff. And I was driving over the Dartford Tunnel back to my house in Essex, and it just hit me. And I've done my talk a million times by that point. I
mm.
don't know what it was in that day, but it just hit me, and I was just had an overwhelming sense of pride for what I'd done. Because at the time I was saying what people wanted me to say, you know, no, this and that. But I was so bitter that I didn't win a gold medal and so did, but I'm better than them and them better. And then this one day, it just kind of hit me, dawned on me what I'd actually done under those circumstances. So yeah, really, really proud of it. It's not. I'm sure I will do one day, but I don't often go back and think about it because honestly, any whenever I felt a little bit of happiness being in London in that wonderful summer back in 2012, I immediately thought my mum, who lying on a in a coma, keep on a life support machine, and any pangs of happiness went straight back to like feeling worried, and I felt guilty for like when I didn't think about her. I was boxing. I was thinking of boxing that person and boxing that person. So yeah, it was a strange time for me. So yeah, and that's actually why I turned professional. So I turned pro after London 2012, and I never wanted to turn pro. It was never really on my radar turning pro. It wasn't. I wanted to do Olympic Games, and I didn't even think about what was next. I wanted to win the gold medal. That was my life's goal, was to win a gold medal. And I turned pro because at this point we had no idea what my mum, if she was going to live or die. And thankfully, she lived, and I'm really, really proud she's still alive with us today, which I'm really, really, really proud of. And amazing. She made a wonderful, well, not really recovery. You don't really recover from stuff like that, but she's still alive, which I'm really, really proud of. But at this point, my mum's illness was still very much the forefront of my mind, and my mum's illness in the Olympics had become one. And I didn't want to go through a 4-year cycle, get back to Olympic time, and be remembered by all this pain and anguish that I was still going through. So I turned pro, and yeah, pro career again. It's amazing highs, boxing, Las Vegas, New York, boxing London, box all around the world. And then my career ended in a really, really, really shit, bitter way. So for a long time, I've had a very difficult relationship with boxing. It's been hard. I had a bad eye injury. I've had 10 surgeries. I'm now blind in my left eye, 78% blind in my left eye. So I've got a coffee mug there. And I know it's there because I just looked there a minute ago and this eye caught it, but this eye didn't see it. I forgot it was there because this eye doesn't see down there. So yeah, it's that's difficult. But yeah, listen, I had an amazing career. It took me all around the world, met some amazing people, wonderful people, some experiences that most could only dream of. But I very much still feel like I've still got mountain to climb. I've still got mountain to climb.
So you just said that you still work with the Olympic team, Team GB. What is your role with them?
Yeah, so I do. So actually, so all my talks is through the GB team. So not all, but a lot of my talks are through the Team GB team. I go to schools. I love talking to the kids. I love going to Westminster, talking to members of Parliament. When I was in Paris this summer, I was working for Team GB in Team GB House. So for the first year, they had guests come and basically watched like the Olympics together on a big screen, and they had guests come in, and I was doing talks, I was on stage, could inspire, I had my medal with me, so people would take it. Was really cool. Just being around like the guests and yeah, that's really smart. And then I also do stuff. I was there for Eurosport, doing the Eurosport TV show every morning as well with the guys on the sofa. So that's really cool. I enjoy that. It's my way of giving back, as I mentioned, my way of giving back, and my way of, and that's the first time I've ever, to the previous Olympics, so Tokyo, so Rio and Tokyo, and all the winter ones, I've just ignored, totally ignored.
They're cold. Why would you want to go? They're cold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And there's no so why would you want to go to the cold ones? Yeah.
even the summer one, even the summer with Rio and Tokyo, I didn't want to be there. I just ignored the Olympics. Like for me, I had a very difficult relationship with Olympics, as I mentioned. For me, it was shooting the best time of my life. It was the worst time of my life in many aspects. But this year in Paris, I was like, it's been 12 years now. Maybe let's fall back in love with the Olympics. And I went back and I did. I really did. I fell back in love with. I think it's still difficult sometimes. It's still difficult when I knew I was very good at what I did. I was the best in the world at what I did. I was the best boxer in the world, and I didn't get the gold medal that I think I deserved. To show that, and it has a different between say Olympic bronze medalist. Oh, that's really cool. Olympic champion. Oh, you get a different reaction, and it's like every time I do that, it's like, oh, should have been good. But listen, it's life. My mum's still alive, which I'm so proud of. I got an amazing experience. My family got to see me compete in London, the Olympic Games, which, and as a kid, and I say this, forgetting where I've come from, like people like me, where I'm from, in my background, they don't go to the Olympic Games. I overcome so many obstacles and hurdles, and I really blazed a trail for others to follow in my footsteps, which I have. A girl, so in my town, Lowestoft, the tiniest small town, the most easterly point in the UK, so over like between Norwich and Ipswich. No one's ever done anything in my town. No one's ever done anything. Our biggest claim to fame was Terry Butcher, former England captain, went to school in Lowestoft for like 2 years when he was like 14. And then we've kind of clung on to that. And then I come along and I went to the Olympic Games and won a medal. Since me, we've had a girl from my same boxing gym go to qualify for Tokyo and for Paris. She did a medal either time, but she's now an Olympian. And there's no way, and I don't want to blow my own trumpet, right? But there's no way on God's green earth that would have happened had I not blazed that trail.
Yeah.
And given people we were poor growing up, council estate, giving people from where I'm from, oh, look, he can do that. If he can do that, I can do it. So that's been very much my kind of shtick for the last 12 years. Inspiring people, which I do now with the fitness as well. With fitness stuff, get the people to inspire people to be better and to be more than they currently are.
I think what you find is you don't realise the influence that what you've done and, like you say, the trail you've blazed actually has on people. There'll be people you never meet that you will have influenced, and you'll just never know. So it's have they named a school after you yet? Is it like the Ogogo Academy?
They haven't, but they've done a few things. They've done a few things with my name, which I'm really happy about. But then it's a funny one because I don't know, but like it's a funny one. There's a quote there. Richie Woodall, who's also a former Olympic bronze medalist boxer, one of my coaches on the GB squad.
Mm-hmm.
He said to me once, "You can never be king of your own castle." What do you mean? He went, "You never be king of your own castle." He's from Telford, another small town, Midlands.
Yeah.
And he was like, people want you to do well, and I think it's a very British thing. Maybe it's just it's a people thing. I don't know. People want you to do well, but not too well. Do you mean it's like, oh, let's bring him down a peg or two? Now the British media, they'll build someone up. The first fuck up, boom.
Yeah.
And a lot of these, let's think football now, happens quite a lot in football. A lot of these kids, they're kids. They're kids. Yeah. They're young men earning lots of money. And it's like, let's build them up. Now let's crash them down. Mm-hmm. And it's like, and average person on the street reads the Sun and go, oh, they're doing this, and believe everything they read in black and white, which is honestly, if anyone believes anything they hear on the news, read a newspaper, you're an idiot, because it's all bullshit. I've read things about myself in the past. I read something, I went to the Olympic Games. I was on £1,000 a month on the GB squad. Mm-hmm. £1,000 a month tax-free, and I thought I was balling. I had a 1.2 Punto, P-Reg Punto is rubbish. N-Reg, and I had a P-Reg. And I read in the newspaper article after the Olympics that I was getting £1.5 million a year from Subway. And I just signed a deal with Subway before the Olympics. And I was on not that. Not that whatsoever. And I'm like, huh? And then I heard that my old Boston coach, we fell out because he's an asshole, was slagging me off to people. And my mate Josh said to me, oh, why don't you give so-and-so some money? And we're talking about. He went, he's been telling people you're making this much money. I was like, that's so not. I'm on £1,000 a month. What? I'm on £1,000 a month. I didn't turn pro until the December. So from January, from August Olympics to December, so I got a medal. I was on top 3 in the world. I got on Class A funding. Class A funding was £25,000 a year tax free. So I was like, well, £2,500 a month or whatever it was. I'm now like Scrooge McDuck, right? Throw money in the air. I think I've cracked it. Subway was a fraction of that for the year. I'm probably taking about 30. Again, I was on this for 4 months before I would turn pro, and that stopped like that. I was on about £4,000 a month from £1,000 a month, and I was 23 odd. I mean, I had overheads, right? I lived at home still, but I still had to pay for stuff. And then there's people that I thought were really close to me go around telling people that I was earning all this money because I read it in the newspaper. I'm like, that's so not true. What? It's the point of making it is I've gone off on a tangent now, but yeah, it's. Yeah, people believing in reading stuff what they see. I don't know where we go with this one, man. But yeah.
Well, I think what we'll do is we'll dive into your third movie choice, and we'll try and
let's
bring
do
it back
it. Let's
in
do
the next bit.
Well, I've got the third one. The third one, honestly, I'm really eclectic in all my tastes and stuff. The third one could be anything. Could literally be anything. Honestly, I'll say something now, and then the second I hang up, I was like, oh, should have said that. Oh. So we'll have to do a part 2 at some point. My third one, I don't know, because like I don't want to. If I were to go in a similar kind of like grittiness, I'd say Training Day, another Denzel one. If I was going to
Yeah.
similar, but again, that's probably too samey. But I love Training Day. It's just brilliant Denzel. Oh goodness me. But then again, like I love a musical.
There you
I
go.
love La La Land. I
Huh?
love Titanic. It's not a musical, but I love Titanic. I love Avatar. Of all the movies I've ever watched, I watched Avatar. It was this Christmas Eve 2009. Went to cinema with my family, and I'd never been hit like I'd been hit by Avatar. Like that movie, like it just like Avatar 1, 2009. I was just like the production, the graphics, the storytelling. It just hit me. And I was like, for weeks, no one had seen something good or heard something good. And I'll come on to my music choice in a minute. For weeks after, I'm still obsessed. For weeks after, I was obsessed by like Googling the people, Zoe Saldana, how old is she? Is she blue in real life? I was just so, so like, believable. Um, so yeah, I wasn't even gonna say Avatar. I was gonna say I was gonna do a happy film. Oh, I know what it's gonna be. My favorite Disney film. I'm going so left field. My favorite Disney film, Pinocchio,
Oh wow. Okay.
1940.
Use the one and only Pinocchio.
I got no strings, no me duck.
Yeah,
Pinocchio.
I know Pinocchio. It's not the first time it's actually been chosen on this show.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's the second time. Ted Neely, who played Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar, that's his favourite film. Because he was always referred to as Jiminy Cricket. And
Oh
if the
wow.
episode is available on YouTube, you can watch the old episode with Ted Neely. But yeah, so second time Pinocchio's popped up. So
Wow.
why Pinocchio? I mean, your street cred is just,
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I can get this.
this.
Yeah,
Man
yeah,
on
yeah.
fire now, Pinocchio.
But
What?
yeah, yeah. But I'm tough. I can fight someone in cage. I mean,
Yeah, you'll take anybody on who wants
yeah.
to.
Take the piss out of me to my face, and good luck. But you know what? It's just I watched that film as a kid over and over again on tape, over and over again. I watched it, and I say this now, and again, this is going to switch. This is going to switch. It could have been Gladiator. It could have been Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It could have been so many different movies. That third one, it could have been anywhere because I always ask my favorite film after those two, the Pulp Fiction thing. I just watched Pinocchio. My missus is Russian, and we got a baby now, and we just put baby can't even see beyond this, right? But we put like kids films on in the background
Look at
so
the
she could,
colours.
yeah,
Look
the
at the
colors and
colours.
stuff.
Yeah.
Spanish you only see black and white apparently at the minute, so I don't even see the colors at the minute. But my missus is Russian, so she doesn't know like she lives in America now. Obviously, we both do, but she doesn't like know like English or American films, or she knows them in Russian. She's never seen
Yeah.
Pinocchio. She's never
Oh,
seen
wow.
it before.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean that's in Pinocchio? And I was really annoyed by it. So we've got to watch it. And I'm like, look at this bit. And it's just like, I'm watching it and my childhood's just flooding back. And I remember all the different scenes and stuff. And I watched it again. I watched it really recently. That's why it's in the forefront of my mind. But yeah, why it's just how to be a good boy. Do you know what I mean? It's like how to be a good boy. And it's funny because all the things he does as a bad boy, I do all the time. I smoke cigars, I drink beer, I'll do the things I shouldn't do. But yeah, it's just I like it, the meaning behind it. I just it's the nostalgia of it all really. Yeah.
Clearly, you weren't old enough to watch that when you were, or rather, when it came out, you weren't even considered.
Yeah.
So what school lesson did you bunk off to watch that one then?
I think it's probably RE. But it should. Yeah. So yeah, Pinocchio. But like I said, that could have been anyone. That's my favorite Disney film. I love a musical, and I'll come on to that in a minute in the soundtrack. But yeah, I like happy films. I like gritty films on a Friday night. That's my Friday night's my gritty film. Saturdays. Oh, I've just thought of another one. It's not. It's probably we watched a film. Have you seen Instant Family from Mark Wahlberg?
Oh yes.
I watched that years ago.
Yeah,
and I watched that, and it made me cry. That was the first time I cried in a film in a long time, and I wanna adopt when I'm older. When I wanna adopt because of that film. And we watched this the weekend. We watched it on Saturday because she hadn't seen it either. And I want one day I want her to adopt obviously with me. So you watch that, and that could be number 3 because of that makes me. I've seen it before. I didn't cry this time. I had big like cartoon tears in my eyes. Like if I'd have done that, I'd have had a rolling down tear. Something about the family thing, the adoption thing, giving someone a chance in life that they never would have had before. That really kind of speaks to me as well. So yeah, that third film. I'm going to pick Pinocchio. That could have been a million different films.
Woo-hoo! And always let your conscience be your guide.
Wow. So there we go. We've gone all around the houses, but we got there in the end. So yeah, no, Pinocchio. It is a good choice, to be fair. So do you have a Jiminy Cricket who lives on your shoulder? Have you want any of your friends or family your Jiminy Cricket? That's
If I did, he fucked off a long time ago. I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm just good at dialing him down. Yeah, I must have. I mean, but yeah, he must have kept me out of some trouble in the past. He must have done. Yeah, he must have done. Yeah, I think for a while I turned the volume down on him a little bit, but now he's a I'm a good person, probably because of Pinocchio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
and that's another movie about the love,
yeah,
a platonic love between Geppetto and Pinocchio and man and child. Mate, it's all coming true now. The same as Man on Fire.
See,
And the same as
in fact,
Instant
it is
Family.
Man on Fire. Pinocchio is Man on Fire. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So have you watched the Guillermo del Toro one that was put on Netflix a while back? The Pinocchio.
No, I didn't.
Is that a deliberate thing? Because you don't want to ruin your memory.
Well, I didn't know about it honestly, but I saw it the other day when I watched it with her a few weeks ago. I typed in Pinocchio, and that came. Oh, it's not Pinocchio. It's not Pinocchio. It's not. That's not Pinocchio.
It's a bit creepy. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I can imagine. But no, I haven't. But yeah, I probably won't either.
Don't. Sorry, Guillermo. Yeah, don't do it. So, okay. One of the things I was going to ask you when we were just talking about the boxing, obviously boxing now moved on. There's a lot of this, I don't know what to call it, celebrity boxing, not even celebrity boxing, is it? The reality stars and your social star stuff. What's your opinion on that? Do you have an opinion on that? Your KSIs and your Jake Pauls and your...
Nah, not
and then
really.
the Tyson fight recently. Did you watch it? Did you?
I watched it just because I was up. I wasn't going to stop. I went to a comedy club. We came back and he was then walking to the ring. So I watched because I wouldn't have stopped to watch it. Yeah, I haven't really got an opinion. If I was still active in the game, I probably would have an opinion about it, but I don't really care. People are making money. My missus has no idea when Mike Tyson was. Does now because of the fight with Jake Paul. But she's in her 20s and she's Russian. So she missed the whole Mike Tyson era. So she doesn't. So I guess like he's made himself famous again to a whole different generation. People sharing his stuff in his heyday. People seeing how much of a bad man he was, great fighter he was. But yeah, no, I think it's all a bit silly, really. But I mean, it's not my thing anymore. I'm not fussed. If you can make money, if you make money out, it's a very, very, very hard sport. And Jake Paul, to be fair to me, is making a lot of money and he's fucking garbage. So like, fair play to him. He's a great businessman. He's not good at what he does, and it's a very hard sport. And ultimately, he's bringing eyeballs to the sport. So more people are watching boxing. If 5% people who watch one of his fights actually watch real boxing because they're into it now, then he's helping grow the sport. So fair play to him.
Yeah. Fair play. Okay, so you moved on from boxing and you moved into professional wrestling. You started with AEW. You've worked over here with people like Progress, which is how we first met. And you're still pursuing that, obviously.
Yeah. I got a bit of time off for paternity for the year, but I'm still very much a wrestler. Yeah.
So, how are you enjoying it at the moment? Are you when you go back? Have they got things planned for you? Have you got storylines coming up? Or
I mean, I don't think anybody knows. I don't think even. I think it's very much to turn up and see what's there. I mean, I love wrestling. And the best thing with wrestling is the wrestling, is the performance, being a good guy, being a bad guy. That's the best bit. Unfortunately in wrestling, there's a lot more than just wrestling. There's a lot of like other stuff, which like I'm gonna say politics or this or that. It's not really me. I like to perform. Whether I'm gonna win or lose or be a good guy or a bad guy, I love performing and just being a showman. That's what I really enjoy doing. It's just it's been stoppy start so far in my career because of things outside of my control, visa issues and COVID and things out of my control, really. I guess creative, but all I can do is work really hard, show up in shape, and hopefully get an opportunity. And when I get given, I'm sure I'll take it because I got unbelievably good really, really quick, and nobody got to see that. Nobody got to see how good how quickly I got really good. No one really saw that, so that's frustrating. But hopefully, as I said, I'll get given a chance to show what I can do, and yeah, have a great career. I still think I've got a great career. I mentioned earlier I want to get to the top of another mountain, and yeah, I think wrestling is the thing because like I said, I worked hard, I'm good at it, so hopefully that'll be the thing. It's frustrating about wrestling. It's one of those ones where like your success isn't just down to you. Now you can obviously work really hard and get really good, but you need opportunities. You need to get given storylines and stuff, and that's why I get frustrated at because like you can work really, really, really hard. In boxing, you work really hard, you get good at fights, you win. If you lose, you got to work harder, then you win. In wrestling, it's like you can work really, really hard, but you got to just wait for the opportunity. And yeah, that's what I'm doing essentially.
You did get talk out at Wembley Stadium though, all in, didn't you?
I did, yeah, that's amazing.
Was
That was so cool. That was really cool. And I don't want to say but
pretty good, yeah.
yeah, I mean that was I didn't know I was doing it till the day before. I was in Atlanta the day before. I got text, hey, do you know Western Wembley tomorrow? Oh yeah, of course. We'll jump on a flight 7 p.m. It's like it was midday. Can you make the 7 p.m. flight to London? Goodness me. So I had no family there, no friends there. Nobody came because I didn't even know I was wrestling on there. I landed, texted my mum when I landed like 9 a.m. She went, it's 4 a.m. in the US. She went, it's early. What are you texting me so early for? I'm now going to Wembley. I'm literally in an Uber to Wembley. Yeah, so so it's frustrating, but so my soundtrack is again down the movie. I watched it maybe a month ago, this movie, and I cannot stop listening to the soundtrack of this movie. It's again, it'll change next month when I watch something else. Yeah. But right now, I love every single song of Oliver.
Oh,
Oliver soundtrack.
My favorite musical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sad fact, I even performed as Oliver in my school play back in the day.
Nothing sad about that, mate. Nothing sad about that. That's cool.
That's an
1968.
Yeah.
Ron Moody is the best villain. Oh.
Yeah. Well, Oliver Reed's the better villain. See,
Oliver Reed. But yeah, he's like, exactly. Oliver Reed he's a prick. He's horrible. And I used to wild fancy Nancy. So when he's bashed her with a crowbar, I'm like, and never seen that either. So we watched that literally a month ago. And when the baby wakes up at 2, 3 in the morning, every single morning, I pick her up, change her nappy, come back, and I sing, I'd do anything every morning to her. That's her mum's got a Russian lullaby, which works on me. I listen to it and I fall asleep. But my lullaby to her is I'll do anything for you. It's just an amazing song. Even like Who Will Buy These Flowers? It's just amazing. Mate, and not again back to I'm cheating a bit of the movie. The music, the choreography. And like it's just so good.
Who Will Buy is incredible. Yeah.
Pardon?
Who Will Buy? The whole dance sequence of that is incredible.
Yeah, amazing.
They don't make them like that anymore.
They don't, and they should. But saying that, La La Land was less than 10 years ago, and that's really good, and that's great choreography as well. But like you said, I mean, it's just like I mean, if I had my laptop now, if I did this, I guarantee on my life, I'm not even like joking. There's 5 YouTube tabs open right now of I'll do anything for you, reviewing the situation. I'm reviewing the flower one. And 1 or 2 other ones as well. Yeah, it's I
always wanted to call one of my dogs Bullseye. So I can go Bullseye.
Although he's an ugly dog. He's an ugly dog, Bullseye. He's a really, really ugly dog.
Yeah, well, I think dog. The idea is that he's been knocked around by Bill Sykes.
Of course, yeah.
But anyway, so there we go. So there are your 3 choices in your song. So we're locking in Man on Fire. We're locking in Pulp Fiction. We're locking in Pinocchio with a side dish of Instant Family, but mainly Pinocchio. And your soundtrack is Oliver. So are you happy with those?
Oh, yeah, chuffed. I mean, I'll say, I'll text you later and I'll say, should have been that. But yeah, 100% happy with that.
Yeah, you'll message me later, I'm sure, yeah.
Prince of Thieves is going to be there as well. That's a good one. That's a really good one, Prince of Thieves.
That's Alan Rickman, though. That's all about Alan Rickman.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's for another time. When you return to the island, you'll be the first person to do 2 desert islands.
Next time.
So there we go. Anyway, so thank you very much for your time, Anthony. Those have been your choices. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. And as we said earlier, make sure you check out agogofitness.com, which is down here, and check out AEW Wrestling every time that Anthony is appearing on it, or Progress Wrestling. You never know when he might pick up there.
Indeed.
Or anywhere else around the UK that we'll book him. So yeah, so fantastic. Thank you very much for your time, Anthony. This has been Desert Island Movies, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.